stop saying all those bad things about.
I appreciate it. Good Thursday for us. Obviously, Thursdays are red zones for us, and critical in any time that you walk into a game to finish drives, especially offensively, and we did a lot of work with that today. I know that from an injury standpoint, we were talking about Austin Jackson yesterday. He looked very good today. Anticipate him playing in the game. Porter Gustin looked very good again yet today. We'll evaluate it tomorrow, but he looked very good. Toa Lobendan did not practice today, still questionable for the game, not looking as good as the other two. And Josh Fallow did not practice today and not looking as good as the other two. From a personnel standpoint, Bubba Bolden is not going to be available for the UNLV game Saturday. There's no timetable for his return, and I can't comment further at this time. Isaiah Polamalu will start in his place, and C.J. Pollard and Talanoa will back them up. With that, I'll take any questions that you have.
Bubba hurt?
Like I said, I have no comment further at this time right now.
When did you discover that before practice? I mean, is it something you went through practice? He wasn't there.
No, he was not at practice day.
What's your confidence in the depth there without him?
Oh, very good. We both got Marvell Tell as well as Isaiah Polamalu, who's done a lot of work at it, and backed up with two really quality players in C.J. Pollard and Talanoa Funga. So those guys will be able to handle it. Obviously we've told Clancy that either CJ and or Talanoa can go in at any time to keep them fresh, and we feel that confidence in them.
I know Clancy said he was going to meet with you to go over the rotations and depth and all that. Do you have a real good sense of how you're going to go on defense in terms of numbers and how it's going to go?
Yeah, I think the biggest reps you'll see, or the biggest exchange you'll see, is in the defensive front. I think that we have a great opportunity to roll the interior guys very well, with Malik and Jay, as well as Brandon Peely and Marlon. And then on the outside, we feel very confident with the way Hunter's coming on to be able to spell Porter, as well as we feel good with Kanai. So that's going to kind of be a waterfall to be able to exchange four men. And Clancy's done a wonderful job of making a pass rush team also that can go in, that's fresh bodies that can come in there and provide pass rush on third downs as well as 2-minute situations. So you're going to see a lot of guys on the defensive front. I think that'll be the most. Obviously, in the middle, with Cam being the quarterback, that'll probably be the least amount of exchange. We are going to exchange the will linebacker with John Houston, as well as Levi, and you'll see Levi in the game. DB wise, I would say that Marvell and Isaiah will handle it, and when they get tired, the other two will go in. I see Greg and Isaiah Langley. Basically, I bet you splitting reps with Greg starting, and then Biggie will handle the other corner, and if he gets tired, Elijah's ready to go in. So you'll see a lot of substitution on that side of the ball.
What are your expectations for JT just making his first start again? Are you nervous, excited? What's your kind of thought on that?
I'm excited for him. He's put a lot of work and a lot of investment into having this opportunity, both in the off season as well as this week. And I'm looking forward to seeing exactly where we're at as an entire offense. The ability to, where's our offensive line and running backs and establishing we run. The wide receivers, especially the newcomers coming on board, where are they at the first time they get in that stadium, and then just how JT handles everything. He's handled everything with such maturity and poise. I expect nothing less than for him when he's there on Saturday.
Is it different going with the true freshman?
I think a little bit. I think T's done a good job with this game plan of making sure that it's simple but not easy. The ability to get guys open, but it's concepts that we have been running, all spring, all fall, that I think the kids are comfortable with. And so I'm hoping to see a very clean offense with not a lot of missed assignments. And I think T's done a wonderful job putting a good game plan together. Look forward to seeing it.
Does he get any input into that? Even as a freshman, does he say, "Coach, I really like doing this"? Or
Well, I have obviously we did our mock game last week, and basically we had the plan in last week. And one of the things that we always do is hand the game plan sheet to each quarterback and make them mark what they're most comfortable in, and to be able to see them and see that confidence level in a particular pass, you're going to lean on that as a play caller. You put a plan together, and then you see, okay, that quarterback truly believes in that play. There's a good chance it's going to get called.
On the matter of rotations, do you have a target in mind for the running back split?
No, it's probably just a feel for the game. I think the one thing that's just a gray area, it's really Steven's first game back off of back surgery. And, we've had contact. He looks good. But I really want to try to get a feel for it once we get in that game. The beautiful thing is you have Sed and you have Vi that have had unbelievable camps. But I'm looking not only for this game, but for the extended period of time, when you're talking about hopefully 15 games, that three-headed monster can roll in there, keep those backs fresh, and keep them healthy. So we will play all three backs in the game.
So does the thought of Stanford and Texas go into the game plan at all?
I think the thought of Stanford, Texas, Notre Dame, and 9 Pac-12 games, that always is going to be something that's out there for you, and something that I'm so thrilled that we have the rotations that we can and the depth that we can to be able to keep guys fresh across the board. And I think the biggest thing I'm hoping that I see is that I feel is the ability to use kids on special teams too. That we're deep enough now to be able to use younger people as well as experienced people, and still be able to, that new rule with the 4 games and still being able to redshirt really helps you. I think it's going to keep teams extremely healthy. Now, you don't have to see a Marvell on 4 teams plus defense. You can see them on 1 team and be able to get some younger players in there. That's the biggest thing I feel is our depth in being able to sub in this game.
A lot of teams, offensive line is kind of a position where guys don't get hurt. And you guys have hit almost everybody, I guess, except Chris Brown. What do you think is happening with the offensive line?
I think one of the things, Dan, thank goodness we're deep, and we've had a pretty healthy camp. The only one that's really down right now is Toa. We had some bad luck last year, and we're young behind it. This year, you look at where we're going in right now. Chuma looks really good. Andrew looks really good. We'll see where Toa is at. Chris looks really good, and Austin looks great. And their backups are all there. So besides having Toa being questionable and not looking great, like he's going to be there for us, it's going to be. We still have a 2 deep that can get it done, and so I'm glad about that.
Okay.
All righty, guys. Thank you. I
Thank you.
appreciate